Tiger, tiger, burning bright in the forest of the night, what immortal hand or eye could frame thy fearful symmetry? A very warm welcome and good day to one and all present here. We Arwachinians took the responsibility to create awareness about our national animal, the tiger. Yes, our national animal tiger is at the edge of fading from this beautiful world. It is the largest extant cat species and is a member of the genus Panthera. It is most recognizable for its dark vertical stripes on orange-brown fur with a lighter underside. Yes, this tiger is on the verge of extinction and then you will never be able to see it again. International Tigers Day is observed on 29th July every year. It is an annual celebration to create awareness about tigers. Today through poems, speeches and a PPT, we will try to create awareness in this world that we need to save the tigers. Let's begin with the Hindi poem by Shruti Sharma of class 7th B.
सुप्रभात। जैसे कि आप सभी जानते ही होंगे, अवैध शिकार और वनों के नष्ट होने के कारण विभिन्न देशों में बाघों की संख्या में काफी कमी आई है। विश्व बाघ दिवस को मनाने का उद्देश्य वन्य प्राणी बाघ की स्थिति के बारे में विश्व में जागरूकता फैलाना है। आज इसी से संबंधित मैं आप सभी के समक्ष एक कविता प्रस्तुत करने जा रही हूँ, जिसका शीर्षक है बाघ बचाओ। शक्ति और गति के प्रतीक राष्ट्रीय पशु यह कहलाता, जंगल की है शान बढ़ाता, जंगल का राजा कहलाता। हाँ, जंगल की है शान बढ़ाता, जंगल का राजा कहलाता। हो रेत घास की चढ़िया दलदल, हो रेत घास की चढ़िया दलदल, आवाज वहीं पर वह करता। हुई शाम सूरज ढलते ही ये शिकार पर निकल जाता। धीरज और अवधान से छिपकर निकट शिकार पे कूद लगाता। प्रकृति के संतुलन में मुख्य भूमिका बाघ निभाता। जी हाँ, प्रकृति के संतुलन में मुख्य भूमिका बाघ निभाता। अवैध शिकार और उजड़े वन, संकट में इसका जीवन। जंगल में घुसता विकास, खत्म कर रहा बाघ का इतिहास। समझे, जंगल में घुसता विकास, खत्म कर रहा बाघ का इतिहास। ऐसा ना हो बाघ हमारे इस दुनिया से विलुप्त हो जाए। उठो मेरे प्यारे दोस्तों, उससे पहले हम जग जाए। सुनो सुनो, उठो मेरे प्यारे दोस्तों, उससे पहले हम जग जाए। ऐसा दृढ़ निश्चय है करना, हम सबको मिलके है बढ़ना। हर जीवन का सम्मान करे, बाघ बचाने का कार्य करे। धन्यवाद।
That was awesome. Do you know why we kill tigers? They are killed for many reasons. Some kill them for fun and show off. Some kill for pelts and fur, which can be sold in the market at a high price. Next we have Himani Goyal of class 9th B with a short English poem.
A very good morning to all of you. Today, on this day dedicated to tigers and their natural habitat, I am here to take all of you on a journey on the life of tigers, since God created them until today, where they are on the brink of their extinction. Through my poem titled Through the Eyes of God, here goes my poem. They once had freedom until the earth that I created in my image was butchered and plundered, not considered worthy by man, who destroyed the intricacies of its ecosystem, desecrating the skeleton of my grand image. Oh, those animals, those beautiful creatures in whom I wrote my dreams. Their splendid coats, shining red-orange, the color of shifting earth. They were the most glorious of my conceptions, their stripes as rarefied as human fingerprints. Camouflaged by both the sunrise and the sunset, a molten mix in which all of nature came together as one. I made them master over all terrains, the chiaroscuro of creation, pounding on open grasslands, or roaming the taiga, in the frosted moonlight. Their long limbs, once strong and exquisite, pulling the strings of nature's orchestra, the very music of my pride. But the mighty huntress became the hunted. Her stealth, no match for the bestial madness of men, determined to show dominance over nature and the Almighty who created it. In doing so, they have created their own hell, a world full of barbarism and loathing. Instead of love and beauty, gone now, the richness, the splendor, the majesty of the greatest, pushed to the end of existence by men who themselves are shackled by the chains of their own pain. Thank you so much.
Wow, what an eye-opening poem. It was mind-blowing. Now here are some facts about tigers. Do you know a punch from a tiger can kill you? Tiger cubs are born blind, so only half of them survive. Tigers have antiseptic saliva in their mouth which can heal wounds. Moving on, we have a Hindi poem by Angel Bhatia of class 7th B.
सुप्रभात। जैसा कि आप सभी जानते हैं 29 जुलाई को बाघ दिवस मनाया जाता है और आज मैं उसी से संबंधित एक कविता प्रस्तुत करने जा रही हूँ जिसका शीर्षक है बाघ जंगल की शान। जान मैं जंगल की, शान मैं जंगल की, मुझे ना मारो, मुझे ना नुकसान पहुंचाओ। साइबेरिया का मैं वासी, अब भारत की शान। मुझे देख सकते हो अब जाकर रूस, चीन, ईरान। मुझे इतिहास का पन्ना ना बनाओ, बचाओ मुझे और कदम बढ़ाओ। बचाओ मेरे प्राण क्योंकि हम हैं जंगल की शान। मेरी परम शक्ति सम्मुख हाथी सर झुकाता, राह छोड़कर हट जाते सब जब मैं आता जाता। शरीर पर मेरे है लंबी धारियां, मुंह में मेरे है दांतों की निशानियां। मैं हूँ जंगल का राजा, मैं हूँ जंगल की जान और शान। जंगल में बसता है हाहाकार, ना टिक पाता कोई विशाल। मैं करता हूँ सबका शिकार, मेरा शरीर है बहुत बलवान। मेरी रक्षा करो क्योंकि मैं प्रकृति का सम्मान। मुझे बचाओ और देश का मान बढ़ाओ। जान मैं जंगल की, शान मैं जंगल की, मुझे ना मारो, मुझे ना नुकसान पहुंचाओ। धन्यवाद।
Wow, what an amazing poem. That was really awesome. For the tiger, we must unite so that they don't fade out of sight. Look at the tigers, mighty and strong. Killing them for their skin is very wrong. Did you know the tiger is more ancient and distinct than we thought? Its existence dates back to 2 million to 3.2 million years ago. That's quite ancient, isn't it? Up in line we have an English speech by Ansh Kumar of class 9th B.
Wishing you all a great day. Look at the tigers, mighty and strong. Killing them for the skin is so very wrong. The International Tiger Day, also known as Global Tiger Day, is celebrated every year on 29 July, not only to raise awareness about tiger conservation, but also to promote the protection of natural habitat of tigers and to support the tiger conservation issues as well. The International Tiger Day is celebrated with the slogan, "Their survival is in our hands." Giving a brief history about this day, I'd like to state that this day was first celebrated in the year 2010 and was founded at the International Tiger Summit, where 13 tiger range countries participated at St. Petersburg in Russia. This summit was called in response to the alarming fall in the number of global tigers, where 95% of all white tigers had disappeared in the last century, with only around 3,200 left alive. This alarming decline was mainly because of rampant poaching, habitat loss and climate change then. Not only did the tiger range countries vote down to halt the decline, but also aimed at doubling the number of wild tigers by 2022, the next Chinese Year of the Tiger, and this was called as the Tiru goal. But why do we want to save the tigers? It is pertinent to mention here that every species is important and extinction of one single species can destroy the whole ecosystem of a planet. Tigers, besides being just a magnificent animal, they also play a pivotal role in the health and the diversity of an ecosystem. Tigers maintain an ecological balance as they prey on smaller animals that are herbivores and so maintain a balance between the plant-eating animals and the vegetation on which they feed. Otherwise, if unchecked, they could potentially destroy the forest by consuming plants and trees. Besides this, there are many unseen benefits that come hand in hand with the tigers and their habitats, like healthy tiger habitats help mitigate climate change by soaking up carbon dioxide, a heat-trapping greenhouse gas contributing to the warming of the planet. They protect genetic diversity because tiger being an amarilla species, its conservation automatically ensures the conservation of other species as well. And most importantly, they provide clean air, medicinal plants, etc. Just to remind you pals, these balanced ecosystems are not only important for the wildlife, but for people too, both locally, nationally, and globally. It is because of all these reasons it becomes so imperative to save the tigers and their habitats. Many different stakeholders like WWF, WWC, NGOs, etc., besides different governments, are working incessantly towards achieving the target of doubling the number of wild tigers set at the Tiger Summit. All these stakeholders are working towards driving political momentum to ensure tigers remain a top priority for world leaders, professionalizing wildlife protection by training rangers, developing conservation standards and technology to achieve zero poaching. And Nepal became the first country in the world to have achieved zero poaching in the year 2013. Tackling the illegal wildlife trade through the partnership with traffic, and most importantly, ensuring there is space for both tigers and people in the future. After a century of decline, it is because of all these collaborative approaches, overall white tiger numbers are starting to tick upward. But now the question is, how you and me, the common man, should be playing a role in saving the tigers. In simple words, saving the earth. Here are some of the steps by which we can play our role. We could help prevent the wildlife trade by saying no to tiger trade, by refusing to buy tiger parts and the stuffs prepared from it. We could reduce the pressure on natural resources by reducing the use of products derived from forests such as paper and timber. We could also voice our concerns with the policymakers like the Prime Minister, the Minister for Environment and Forest, by writing polite letters if we really feel more needs to be done for tiger conservation. And at last but not the least, we could also donate and encourage others to donate too for the noble cause. And finally, all that is needed is further commitment, dedication, and a monumental push forward by all the stakeholders, along with the unwavering support from the local communities to ensure that the tigers' population increases and continue to increase up and beyond 2022, showing the world that there is a place for nature and wildlife in the future. Let me conclude my speech with a beautiful slogan. Tiger, tiger, burning bright, will not let you fade out of sight. That is a promise, and for you, we will fight. Thanks.
That was a brilliant speech, Ansh. Thank you. According to the World Wildlife Fund, currently there are only 3,900 wild tigers globally. From the beginning of the 20th century, around 95% of the tiger population has been lost in various activities like poaching, etc. Despite efforts in conserving tigers from the year 1970s, the tiger population showed a rapid decrease in number. Therefore, in the year 2010, at the St. Petersburg Declaration, tiger range countries have resolved to double up the number of tigers by the year 2022. Let us now watch a PPT by Nyasha from class 7th A on World Tigers Day.
Hello everyone, I'm Naisha Gupta from 7th class. On the behalf of Arwachin International School, I'm going to tell you about International Tigers Day. International Tigers Day is celebrated on 29th of July every year. So let's start with the PPT. Save the tigers so our children can see them. It is our duty to save every creature on this planet so our next generation can see and learn about them. Now here the question arises, why do we celebrate Tigers Day? We celebrate Tigers Day to raise the awareness for tiger conservation. The goal is to promote a global system for protecting the natural habitats of tiger and to raise public awareness and support for tiger conservation issues. In India, Project Tiger is a tiger conservation program launched in April 1973 by the Government of India during Prime Minister Indira Gandhi. There are now an estimated 3,890 wild tigers, mostly in Asia. Did you know the country with the largest tiger population is the United States? Now, the situation of tigers in India is as follows. India counts the number of wild tigers every 4 years and showed a promising rise every year. India is a habitat of 75% of total tigers on the earth. The trend for rising population of tiger in India is as follows. In the year 2006, there were 1,411 tigers, which raised to 2,967 tigers in the year 2019. Let's learn about the threats tigers are facing. Poaching. Every single part of the tiger is traded in illegal markets, which has no medicinal value at all. Making the deaths of these animals for this purpose is unnecessary. Secondly, habitat loss. Tigers have lost 93% of their historical range as their habitat has been destroyed by human activities. You must have thought that why tigers are so important and we should save them. Tigers play an important role in the health and diversity of an ecosystem. It is a top predator, which is at the apex of food chain and keeps the population of wild ungulates in check. Hereby, they maintain the balance between prey herbivores and vegetation upon which they feed. Presence of tiger is an indicator of well-being of an ecosystem. Have you ever thought if tigers go extinct, the entire ecosystem will collapse? Let's learn how. When a species goes extinct, it leaves behind a scar, which affects the entire ecosystem. For example, when the dodos went extinct in Mauritius, one of the species of acacia tree stopped regenerating completely. Another reason why we need to save the tiger is that our forests are water catchment areas. India's tiger census of 2018 has made it to the Guinness Book of World Records for being the world's largest wildlife survey that has been captured by a camera. Environment Minister Prakash Javadekar stated that the target was achieved before time, that is, before 2022. Hope I'm able to give you some insight about International Tigers Day. Thanks for listening me patiently. Take care and goodbye.
All the performances by the Arwachinians held the true spirit of today's celebration. Let's conclude this wonderful event with an oath. So repeat after me. I pledge to respect the tiger and do whatever is within my power to prevent its extinction. I will strive to fight against exploitation of natural resources and foster harmony in nature. I promise to spread this message to my friends, family, and neighbors. I would like to request everyone now to stand up for the national anthem.